Okay. I have, over the past year, I've kind of, I guess, pulled myself away from things that make me happy and that are important to me that I kind of fell away from. One of those things was music and singing, which I enjoy doing from time to time still, but it was because I was insecure about my voice. Because even if I would perform and people would say, you did so good and everything, I didn't believe it. I felt like it was like, you have to say that. If it'd be in front of family, I'm like, your family, you have to say that. And even when I started performing with my vocal coach and her recitals with all these other people, and people come up to me and tell me like that, I'd still think, I don't know if that's true. Because I would record myself singing and I would hate the way my voice sounded. I still kind of do. But even though I was getting all these like positive responses from it all, I didn't believe I had a good voice. I still necessarily don't. But I found a song that I really like and how I sound, and it's very vulnerable for me to do. But a lot has changed over the past year, and I've learned that I need to be more open, I guess, about my emotions, and I've learned that there are a lot of things I'm still trying to figure out about myself. And I guess one thing I thought that was certain for 15 years was singing, and that's what I wanted to do, and that has changed. And it changes sometimes on days where I'm like, I can still maybe sing down the road in whatever I want to do, or I can act maybe sometimes down the road, or I could still do filmmaking, which I fell in love with. I've said before, it's somewhere in the arts. I love that. And I watched the amazing movie that is To All the Boys I Loved Before.
Whoa, hold on. Stop. Whoa.
Like 10,000 times. No, I've watched it like 8.5. It was very relatable, and it kind of spoke to me to put yourself out there and not be afraid. Of course, the line that resonates, I think, with a lot of people, but I was like, holy crap. I thought like I was weird that I thought like this. And it's, spoiler alert, if you have not seen this film, which I highly recommend you do, Laura Jean and Peter Kavinsky are in the diner, and he asks her why she doesn't have a boyfriend. And she says beautifully,
So love and dating,
I love to read about it,
and it's fun to write about,
and I like to think about it in my head.
but when it's real,
It's scary.
because the more people that you let into your life,
The more that can just walk right out. And I was just mind blown, because that was something that I deal with. And I watch all these movies and TV shows and have these fascination with movies and TV because I love the stories and I love the fantasy of the stories. And half the time those aren't real. But I love the stories, and I love storytelling and coming up with these stories in my head that I can maybe one day put down on paper. But I don't want to be scared anymore of anything, really. I don't want anything to hold me back, and I still have things that hold me back. It'll take a while probably, but basically I think I promote this image of happy and everything's good all the time, and it's really not. It's not. And I put up this front that after everything I went through 2 years ago, that I came out stronger. And I did in some ways, but it hurt me in some ways, and it's taken me a while to process it all still. I've learned that it's okay not to be okay sometimes, because I might be smiling and laughing on the outside and talking and having fun, but on the inside it's not what that looks like, I guess. I guess that's kind of what if I looked sad or like nothing was wrong, I don't know. I just felt like I always needed to be happy all the time, and I've learned that you don't. I would think of one time where I actually wasn't. I went out and I showed that I was not okay. One day I went to school, barely had any sleep. So I threw my hair up in a bun, threw on a sweatshirt like this, no makeup, and I had been wearing makeup to school at that point. I looked exhausted. My eyes were probably a little puffy. And I would sit in the back of the classroom my math class, they changed the seats and I sat in the back. But I looked so just sad the entire day. And that was a time where I didn't care. but it wasn't like a deep emotional like thing going on inside of me that I didn't care about. It was more it was the day after the election that I showed up to school like that, and everyone was like, woo, and I was just, but on the days where I would seriously be not good, I act like everything is good. But every time, for the longest time, before anything like that happened, I would sing when I'd be sad. And I just feel comfortable in my room. I've sung in my room and danced and performed in my room since I was 5 years old. At the age of 8, I finally performed in front of family, but it took forever till the age of 15, and I felt like I was too late by that point. By the age of 15, I finally performed in front of people I did not know. And that first step was so hard. Putting myself out there and just not being afraid. And I had a panic attack before I went in the car. My dad reminded me of a couple days ago. But after that, I'd be excited. Also, it was my first performance in front of a public audience, and I was singing one of the hardest songs, but I was like scared, but also I don't remember much of it. I think I blacked out. I was that nervous. Everything after that was so much fun. I was like, what was there to be scared about? It's just that one step that's scary. But once you get into it, it's amazing. And then it pulled me back when I had everything happen and did these auditions, and my voice changed. It was a big, huge emotional time for me to figure out that my voice was changing, and it changed differently, and having to adapt to that. I worked so hard to try, but I still don't think it sounds the same. But after all that long stuff, if you stuck around, I am going to sing unfiltered, and no matter what, upload it. I'm not gonna hear it back. When I edit it, I'll edit my speaking parts, but when it comes to my voice, I'm not gonna re-record it. If it doesn't sound good to me, I kind of care, but I want to try to not care, so that's something that's big for me. So I'm gonna sing Chasing Cars. We'll do it all, everything on our own. We don't need anything or anyone. If I lay here, if I just lay here, would you lie with me and just forget the world? I don't quite know how to say how I feel. Those 3 words I said too much. They're not enough. If I lay here, if I just lay here, would you lie with me and just forget the world? Forget what we're told before we get too old. Show me a garden that's bursting into life. Let's waste time chasing cars around our hearts. I need your that I am, all that I ever was, is here in your perfect eyes. They're all I can see. I don't know where, confused about how as well. Just know that these things will never change for us.